good to have you here.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure to be here, Alex. And I think the deplatforming is pretty much the biggest endorsement you can get nowadays. Why would they deplatform you unless you were telling the truth? I think that's the fact behind it all.
Well, they started with us. They're moving on to everybody. Where do you see all this going? I mean, what can the people do? What can Trump do? Where do you see it going?
Yeah, it's difficult because you have a lot of people who will sell their soul, and they sell their soul to the devil just to keep their platform or just to be promoted. I was saying this earlier with David Knight. If you look at the people within the sports world or people within the liberal Hollywood elite, etc., the people who get to the top are the ones who sell their soul and go furthest down the rabbit hole. So it's almost a race to the bottom. Who can be most crazy? Who can be most liberal? Who can sell their soul the quickest? Because that's the only way you get promoted nowadays. And that's what's happening. People are just giving up their morals. We're the scum of the earth, and we'll accept anything, and we're the most degenerate. So please promote me and make me famous in some way or
So they're
another.
literally auditioning for the devil.
Yeah, it's auditioning for the devil. Is who can be the biggest piece of garbage. That's all it comes
Whoa.
down to. It's
How the hell did they get all these people to do this? I mean, I will say this. I'm not the best.
Wait, you got to think about it too. You got to really think about it. Like, when you really think about people nowadays are giving up their morals to do stuff, like girls doing OnlyFans. Like, that's basically selling your soul right there when you think about it. Like, you're selling your body just to make easy, quick money. Like, there's no benefit of doing that long term. And then you got to also think about it like this. Y'all remember when Louis Vert put a diamond on his forehead? Y'all remember that weird stuff? He literally did something that made no sense. And everyone was distracted by everything else that was going on probably in their lives or anything else in general, and was paying attention to the fact that Louis put a diamond in his head. And that's one of the things I have been noticing, that for some weird reason, the people who are like famous, it be the people that shouldn't like really need a platform in some type of way sometimes, you know? Because like, why would you put a diamond in your forehead? For what exactly? You're supposed to be a rapper, and then you do that weird stuff. And then I know there's also that other weird conspiracy in his songs that he's saying certain stuff that would relate to that, you know? And so, yeah. And another example, I think, it's kind of like with maybe Harry Styles. Like, he wore like a couple years ago on the magazine, he wore a dress, which is obviously not the normal, especially for a regular guy. And for some weird reason, women said that was masculine. But yeah, we know for a fact, like us regular guys, if we were to do something like that, we would be called gay. Let's be real. Let's keep it real for a minute. Like, there's no lie there. We'll be called gay. But because Harry Styles is rich and famous and a singer, he can get away with that. There's a reason why they call Hollywood Holly weird sometimes, you know, for certain stuff like that.
Best looking guy. You're a good looking guy and tough guy. Conservatives in every study are better looking, stronger, more successful. People that support leftism now look like classical Slimer from Ghostbusters meets a
They're nerds. They're nerds because this is how socialists think. Because socialists have groupthink. So if you're a big, strong alpha, you have a degree of individualism. If you're a sheep or you're a small, little individual who feels like he needs safety in numbers, then you're going to be a socialist. That's what it comes down to, is safety in numbers, isn't it? It's like...
But they're never even getting anything from the globalism. It's like a reflected power.
Yep.
And it's crazy.
Yeah, crazy is absolutely the word, but they just feel safer if they think, well, you know, if we all band in together... You know, hopefully we're in a big enough group, someone else will die and I won't die. They don't want to protect themselves.
They're like schools of fish. And of course, there's little guys and guys that aren't physically tough that have moral courage who are amazing. It's not just a physicality, but they have that light in their eyes. People that support this evil are literally look like they're dead. They can hardly talk. Statistically, they're dying. They have diseases. They're committing suicide. I mean, the wages of sin are death. Something's happening. People are getting stronger or they're getting weaker. It seems like there's an acceleration of that.
Yeah, and that's going to be the lines that are drawn, I think, in the end. I mean, I always say this as an example. If you were to get 100 liberals and 100 conservatives and have a Royal Rumble, who are you betting on? I always say it. Yeah, it's clear to everybody to see. And these liberals are just pushing their agenda of absolute degeneratism. So,
well, also there's a subconscious thing with scumbags and psychopaths is they want to get caught. And at a subconscious level. So they're just begging for us to crush them. And really, it's us putting up with this crap that's allowed it.
Putting up with it, yeah, and that's an amazing point about getting caught. And I think also another thing they're very, very desperate to do is to try and spread the poison. You see this all the time. Weak people, all they talk about is how unimportant it is to be strong. They want weak people around them. They feel so bad.
Mediocrity.
They feel so bad inside. They're desperate to spread that poison.
And they get upset if somebody's doing well instead of feeling good about the species. They want everybody to sink.
Yep.
Misery loves company.
Yep.
Well, guess what?
Misery loves company. But yeah, what y'all think about that? Andrew Tate talking about people selling their souls. And that's actual fact though, because we deal with the way celebrities be moving sometimes, you know. There's a good amount of them that be moving certain ways. It's like, you know, it makes you think about them, like, are they selling their soul? You know, are they doing it like that? But yeah, what y'all think of that clip right there? Y'all think Andrew Tate speaking facts? I think so. And you know, hey, you new here, hey, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in this video. Peace.